Good day, everyone. This is the presentation of Warning System, Flood Indicator, and Emergency Circuit Breaker for Remote and Urbanized Locations Group.
This experiment or product would help people who are living in the riverbank or any near bodies of water. We know that every year, many river flow during rainy seasons or typhoons and cause damages to our lives and our properties.
We can set up this product or experiment inside or outside our houses. When the flood level rises and it touches the indicated wire, the system would automatically create a powerful buzzer or noise. And when it touches the indicated wires for the electricity, it will automatically turn off the flow of energy in our houses.
In the background of the study, this study will provide a circuit protection capable of providing total protection without requiring additional accessories and components along with the circuit protection device. A system and associated components for providing intelligent circuit breaker, being adaptive to communicate with, monitor, and control various devices within commercial or residential premises. Emergency circuit breaker flood detector is the action of sensing water movement. This can be achieved by either mechanical devices that physically interact with the water or by an electronic device that quantifies and measures changes in the given government. The invention shall provide a circuit protection unit capable of providing total protection without requiring additional accessories and components along with the circuit protection devices. This invention relates to electronic trip units for circuit breakers and more particularly to such trip units which responds to ground faults and sputtering arc faults and incorporate test circuits for fully testing these features. This system is adapted for low cost, ease of installation and operation, and ease of manufacture.
Conceptual framework. The figure represents the conceptual framework of the flood indicator and circuit breaker. The input is the baseline information about the respondents of our research. Next is the necessary steps and procedures that are to be implemented to obtain the vital data as a result and findings of the research. Furthermore, these findings will be the basis for our proposed product as the output of the study. It will lead the researchers in additional knowledge about the proposed research and will be the acceptance of the design after formulating the emergency circuit breaker flood detector.
In the statement of the problem, this research was undertaken to analyze and interpret the workings of the proposed flood indicator and emergency circuit breaker. Specifically, this research aims to spread knowledge and sought to answer the following questions. For the first question, is there any significant difference between the old statuses of your safety with the newly proposed project? Second, does the warning system have a significant effect to the flood indicator and circuit breaker for remote and urbanized location to the said area? Third, the accuracy of the warning system. Fourth, the warning system availability anytime and how stable the warning system during super typhoons. Fifth, the reaction time of the main circuit breaker once the flood detector has been activated. And these questions will tell you what our research are aiming to. And for the significance of the study, proposing an emergency circuit breaker flood detector that will enhance our safety of our belongings and lives. It will give significance particularly to the following. This research will benefit not only the owner but also the people or the members of the family of the owner. For the community or society, this study can help the community to be aware and be safe during the natural disasters, specifically typhoons and flooding. This can gain them knowledge on how to protect themselves and each member of their family. And for the government, upon achieving the actual output of these innovations, it would be easier to monitor and disseminate information to the locals. And for the members of the family, this study will be beneficial to the members of the family because the purpose of this study is to be able to create a device that will help alert people within a household and also create a function that would reduce dangerous hazards that might happen to them. And for the owner of the device would be at an advantageous position because of this study. They would be able to be more prepared for calamities that might occur. They can prevent any damages in their electrical appliances or devices and also to prevent any casualties. In the researchers, it will be significant to them because they will improve their knowledge and skills in the research, and the researchers can develop their writing, analysis, and interpretation skills needed to make a good research about the emergency circuit breaker flood detector. This would benefit the researcher as well, since the study would let them critically analyze the device and they will be able to improve their knowledge regarding of the main process of creating this device. And lastly, the future researchers. These future researchers will gain significance in the research as their guidance to be able to gather information and be a building block for them to have a bigger and better study. This will benefit other researchers who wish to have a similar studies as they can get background information from the result of this study, which will serve as a template to modify their research.
The scope of this study is to create an innovative, cost-effective, portable circuit breaker. This study aims to make an improvement on existing circuit breakers by making this specific circuit breaker more suitable for floods and hydrological disasters. An alarm system will be added so that it will inform the people within the household about the current situation. This portable circuit breaker would detect flood within a limited area or scope, and this would activate the circuit breaker and cut off all the flow of energy within the household. The key objective of this study is to reduce any electrical hazards that might possibly occur during disasters.
The limitation of this experiment is that the emergency circuit breaker would only involve the activating any electrical current within the household. Therefore, the circuit breaker can only cover a minimum amount of one household in a limited area. We, the researcher, will conduct further study and this device to detect the exact area or the precise measurement that the circuit breaker can hold.
Research question. The research question is built up of four major parts, and that is the letter for the respondents, a profile check, checking their opinion by a Likert scale, and lastly is the comment and suggestion part. Also, there would be a line for their signature to verify that the research question is truly answered by a respondent or other persons and to clear that the researcher did not forge and falsify the data that would be gathered. In the latter part, we are kindly requesting the respondents for their kind cooperation to help us gather necessary information or data about the proposed product. In the next part, it contains the name, address, age, and gender of the respondents. We also stated that the respondents may or may not put their names on it. We enclose it as an optional choice for them, but we assure everyone that their infos would be safe with us and treat it with confidentiality. For the opinion part, we did the Likert scale method to measure and know their opinion about the proposed product. It's scaled from 1 to 5, where 5 means excellent, 4 is good, 3 is neutral, 2 is not that good, and number 1 is equal to terrible. The first question talks about the physical appearance of the product. Second question is about how accurate and how fast it turns off the electricity of a household. Third is about the accuracy of the work of the circuit breaker. Fourth is about the range of the sound of the alarm when the water touches the designated wires for it. And the fifth question talks about how well does the product do in providing safety for people in the urban and remote areas. Lastly is the comment and suggestion part. We decided to put something like that so we could get some ideas and knowledge from our respondents regarding our research on our proposed product.
The primary objective of this experiment or product is to reduce the exposure of a country in unexpected flooding. With this, people can sense danger and can move to safe places.
This is a particular important technology in every houses, community, and countries where flooding results in a massive loss of lives and properties.
With this, people can sense danger and can move to safe places. This is a particularly important technology in every houses, community, and countries where flooding results in a massive loss of lives and properties.
Thank you for listening.